So greetings from Pennsylvania once again. We're back doing another section of the Mason-Dixon trail. A little bit noisy down there. Yeah, I parked back down there at Cold Cabin Park. That's where we ended the last episode. It's a nice spot down there, some places to sit. A little bit noisy down there today. I think one of the neighboring properties is doing some tree trimming, so I'll show you the map later. Just want to kind of get away from that noise. But yeah, it's about a 2.2 mile section today. Got a little bit of a road walk here initially. So let's get going. But yeah, just looking back for a moment, down there is Cold Cabin Park. Right there's the Susquehanna River, which looks okay today. I'm thinking about doing some kayaking later today after I'm done with this hike. Because there's that, yeah, when we're doing our Susquehanna and Tidewater Canal. Remember that one aqueduct we kind of visited in the Lock 16 episode? We found Lock 16 in that episode because I talked to the one guy that kind of lived down there, I think, or mowed people's yards down there. And we did see signs of the aqueduct there, remains of it. But he mentioned on the other side of Muddy Creek that there was some remains too, so I considered kayaking to that section. So I think we're going to try and do that today. But I'm going to go, I could access it from here, but I think it's a little bit shorter to access it up by the muddy, what they call, anyway, there's a boat ramp up further. But enough talk of that, that is for that video. But I was concerned about, they did have some localized flooding here in York and Lancaster counties past couple days with all the thunderstorms. Just kind of curious how the river looked. But it don't look too bad, so I think we'll go for it. So we're currently making our way up Cold Cabin Road. To be honest, I did do this section in the last episode, but it was on my way back to where I parked. It's been a while since that last episode, but we hiked along Muddy Creek. There was that secret waterfall where I slipped and fell, almost broke my back, but anyway, I didn't hike back the same way. I kind of did a road hike up this way and over. But I didn't film any of this in that episode. But like I said, at some point I'll show you the map. Definitely got a lot quieter now. But this is all uphill for now. So, it's gonna be another warm, muggy day. Not as hot as it has been, but so I'm trying to get this hike done earlier. Although it took forever to get here. What time is it? Oh yeah, it's already 10 o'clock. Traffic was awful. There's construction up there near Lancaster City, so yeah. Took way longer than it should have to get down here, but that's the way it is sometimes. But enough complaining about the heat and construction. So this is jewelweed growing along here. There's two different types of it. There's the orange flowers, there's something referred to as spotted jewelweed, but this is the pale variety. It has these yellow flowers instead of like the orange spotted ones. I find the orange ones to be more common. But yeah, all along here, they grow in these moist areas like this along the stream. All the way up here. Even over there, that's all jewelweed over there. The pale variety, or the yellow. Check it out, they got a T-Rex up on their property there. Don't always enjoy the road walks, but you don't see stuff like this out in the woods though. A T-Rex. That's cool. Imagine it running into one of those, like a real one, when you're out hiking. We don't have to worry about that. That would change the whole dynamics of hiking. You had to worry about running into those things. A T-Rex. But yeah. Of course, we talked in the previous video about the T-Rex that it may not have been the ferocious predator that it gets represented as. That's up for debate, but anyway. That was that video I did about the dinosaur tracks in Gettysburg. But yeah. Alright. Not too far uphill, more uphill than we get on, I think it's called a Grove Road. All right, so up here is Grove Road, is where we're gonna turn. Even that last episode on my way back to the Jeep, I continued on this way up to Paper Mill Road. All right, done with that hill. On the way back, we get to go down. So this will be new to me then, all this up here. There's the Blue Blaze. Oh, a little bit more uphill yet. I think a little bit later up, we will get off this road though. All right, I think we're done with the uphill for now. Just looking back the way we came. There'll be more hills, but for now. Yeah, get to the top of the hill, it's a nice breeze up here. It's supposed to be mostly cloudy today. Kind of one reason I picked today. This won't be out in the full sun. Yeah, as they say, it's not the heat that'll get you, it's the humidity. That's true about today. It's like, it's not terribly hot at the moment, it's just like soup out here though. But it is mid-July, so that's the way it is. Oh, we have a friend. Oh, there, they're running. Trying to zoom in on them quick. Oh, there it goes. Just as soon as I get the camera out and zoom in, they take off. All right. Want nothing to do with me. I guess we're not friends. Now my feelings are hurt though. But I am a big, stinky, sweaty human though, so I can understand why she would run away. Alright, so this spot here should work to show you the map. Yeah, in the last episode we parked here along Muddy Creek, then went all the way down along Muddy Creek, down to Cold Cabin Road and to Cold Cabin Park. Alright, and I hiked, on the way back I hiked up Cold Cabin Road a little bit, out here to Paper Mill Road and back to where I parked. But today, we're back at Cold Cabin Park. That's where I parked. It was kind of noisy. We just made our way up Cold Cabin Road. We're out here on what's called Grove Road right now. And we're going to continue this road walk back down to the river. Looks like it's a little bit of off-road right here. It's this parking lot here, and then I'll probably take this road back to where I parked. So a lot of road walking with a little bit at the end that's not, looks like. So just a shorter section today, like only 2.2 miles, and then roughly the same back. Best way it works, you know, I have to coordinate these hikes with the parking sections, so this is a shorter section, but it works. Like I said, today's kind of hot and muggy, so it kind of works. Days like this, you don't always want to hike too much. So yeah, it'll work out. Then we're getting close to Maryland. Coming up, it's just under a 6-mile section. I think it's like 5.7 miles. There's no official parking halfway between. I kind of would like to divide it up into two, especially depending on how hot it is in the coming days, but I might do it all in one. That's a long hike there and back, but I think there's a church nearby where I could probably park at. I'm not sure how they would feel about that, but we'll see. I'll have to plan it out a little bit more, but yeah. Getting close to Maryland. This is nice down here. You know, once again, this is all that jewel weed again. There's one of the pale yellow flowers. This is the plant that it also forms those little pods later in the summer that we touch them, they just pop. I loved those when I was a kid. And probably later in the summer I'll film myself popping them. That's how they spread their seeds. Yeah, it's nice down here in the shade though. Yes, this is where the road splits off. We continue down this way. Speed bumps, no outlet, private property, but the blue blazes continue, so we are allowed to go down. But I think I'm going to be coming back this way. At least that's the plan. Yeah, go to dirt now, or gravel. Yeah, there's the blue blaze, so if you're on the Mason-Dixon trail, if you're hiking the Mason-Dixon trail, you are allowed to come down here. If you're just driving around, then no. And just a nice hike down here. Little streams. Yeah, hiking down here doesn't really feel like a road walk now that we're here on this gravel road in the middle of the woods. The sound of the creek over there. More jewelweed. Yeah, so this will take us all the way back down by the river again. That's a beautiful stream. Little tiny waterfalls. You have all these little signs for bumps. Not really much of a bump, but kind of odd for a private road to, if it is a private road, like I said up there. I don't know, maybe that was for the other road, but down, we're going downhill, so downhill we go. Kind of curious as to what's down here, if there's a home down here. A truck and trailer just passed me loaded with like lawn mowing equipment, so you know, someone's home or someone's like a little vacation spot or something like that. But we'll see in a bit. Kind of a nice walk down through here. Yeah, down by the river now. Maybe like a little vacation home, maybe. Maybe a couple of them down here. That's the mowing crew I was talking about. You can probably hear them down there. Yeah, a couple of homes down here, or spots, right along the river. Yeah, another nice breeze blowing off of here. You see the river out there. Looks more like a lake. Butterflies. Yeah, so somewhere up here, according to the map, it looks like a road, this dirt road ends. Now, turn into more of a trail. Another view of the river. Yeah, just down across the border is the Conowingo Dam, so the river is kind of backed up here like a lake. So I think a lot of these are more just like vacation homes along the river. Nice spots though. I'm not jealous at all. Alright. Got some mowing up here too. I just gotta figure out where the trail goes. I think I see it up here. Oh yeah, that post has a blue blaze on it, so. This rows of Sharon bush is just kind of obscuring it a little bit. They have the blue blaze and the little sign for it there too, Mason-Dixon Trail, so. Right, off the road. Although we just hit the jackpot. Wineberry Central. Oh my goodness. These are like super ripe. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, these are a serious treat. And they're like perfectly ripe. Oh, we lost that one. Wow. A whole bunch of them, tons of them. Right. Maybe we'll leave some for the birds. We'll see. And we have our official tree of the Mason-Dixon Trail once again, the pawpaw. What is this? That's not a pawpaw. That's a walnut. Immature walnut. A little early for pawpaws yet, but they're probably forming already. I love pawpaws, if you didn't know that. Hey, this is kind of nice right here. Nice maintained trail through here, just above the river. And I still kind of smell like the beach. Because a couple days ago, 2 days ago, we were down New Jersey. Some awesome places, but we stopped at the beach too. These are the pants I wore. These are my zip-off pants. I can zip the bottom legs off for like going to the beach and stuff, but the upper part got kind of some salt water on them. They still that smell. No, I didn't wash them since then. They didn't really get dirty, just some salt water, beach water. Reminds me of the beach. Let's go back. Let's go back to the beach. I'm thinking about visiting like Chincoteague and Assateague Island. Maybe it's just a little bit cooler. We'll see. And maybe, oh, what was that? I can't really talk. I think that's a great blue heron, actually. They make weird noises like that. Just getting ready to talk and, whew. Yeah, I was gonna say, and maybe when the beaches, maybe when they're not so busy, once school starts, places like that calm down a little bit. But we'll see. I do love walking along the beach, seeing all the birds, looking for whatever washed ashore. It's one of my favorite things to do. I don't do it enough. This is kind of nice through here, actually. Almost has a feel that it used to be like an old road at one point. And random bench. I think we'll take use of that. Stop to get a bit of a drink. Yeah, like I said, it's not terribly hot. It's just, it is super humid. Oh. But we'll sit here and cool off for just a bit, if that's possible. Well, attempting, if I can talk, to cool down has mostly failed, so I think we'll just keep going. I like this, kind of nice through here. Just take up, there should be a parking lot up here then. Well, actually, I don't think we're actually going down to the parking lot. This will take us out to a road that goes to the parking lot. We're not too far from the Peach Bottom nuclear power station right now. In fact, in the next section we'll be hiking past that. Oh, big, huge spider web. Regardless if I do the whole 5.7 mile section or a smaller section, it's the next. All right, there's a ton of spider webs through here. We'll be walking past that. Hopefully we don't get radiated. All right, I do see a house up here, so we should be near that road. Oh yeah. That opens up. There's a nice little dock down there. That's kind of nice. Another bench. Yeah, so we must be near that road because there's no way they drove in on this trail. You can see it down there. Oops, huge spider web. Sheesh. Okay. All right. I didn't see that one. Oh, the trail maintenance needed. Got more spiders. All right, now we got a steep climb up away from the river here. This is gonna be fun. As always, the camera never shows how, but this is pretty steep here. And on a hot, humid day, not my favorite thing to do, but like it doesn't look like it's too long. Makes it that road should be right up here then. All right, upwards and onwards. This is steeper than the Mount Marcy hike. For real, actually. Yeah, it looks like it just takes us right back down again to the road. It's what you call PUD, a pointless up and down. Because maybe they were avoiding some private property over there or something, but yeah, I gotta love those. A PUD, pointless up and down. You know, kind of where you go straight up and then straight back down again. Instead of like going around a hill or something. Yes, that's the road we're going down to. If we go down that way, right down to this river, right there's the parking lot. That's where I'll park in the next section. Not gonna hike down there today. All right, so the trail brings us down to here. You can see the double blaze. You need to go that way. I will walk right up to there to end this section, but I'm gonna be going back this way to go back to where I parked. We just came down the trail down here. There's purple paint, that means no trespassing, but it is a public trail. If you stay on a trail, you are okay with going up there. Private drive heading down that way. But I need to walk up here just to finish this section. Because like I said, there is parking down there. So that's where we'll park in the next episode, and our trail goes, I see it go up. It goes up that way into the woods. Yeah. What does that say? Warning, restricted area ahead. Authorized personnel only. All others turn left into Dorsey Park. I think that's just that road. Oh no, I guess you could turn left. There's probably a park right down there instead of going that way. Yeah, so I guess where you park is called Dorsey Park. But this road eventually takes you to the atomic power station though, so. But you just have to turn left into the park. All right, but I'm gonna turn around here. This is Grove Road again. That should sound familiar. All right, so like I said, next section we'll head up that way. We're gonna take the road back up this way. Like I said, our trail came down this way. But as usual, I won't film a whole lot on the way back. It's not the trail anymore anyway either, so. Unless we see something interesting, see another deer or some interesting wildflowers or something, but it's just shorter going back this way. Maybe less hills too, we'll see. All right, splitting the road, but we're gonna turn this way. No signs here, but I think this is that Robinson Run Road, which I pointed out early in the video, earlier. Man, uphill and out in the full sun. Maybe this wasn't the best way to come back. But I see the woods up there. Phew. All right, we are back on trail. So on the way up, we went down that road with all the bumps and stuff, and I said we'd probably come down here, and we did, so. Let's continue on. All downhill from here, though. This will take us back to Cold Cabin Run and down to the park. At this point, I'm highly doubting that I'm going to do any kayaking today. It's just getting hot. Like it's going to be close to 90 again today with this humidity. I'm already starting to feel just a little bit nauseous. It happens to me on like really hot days. I haven't hiked that far today or that strenuous, but when it gets this hot and muggy, it kind of happens to me. So I think, what time is it? It's closing in on, is it after 12? It's close to 12, so it's only going to get hotter from, obviously, from here on out. So I think I'd like to do that kayaking on a cooler morning, so I think the smart thing for me to do is just to go call it a day. Cold Cabin Road. Finally, just gotta walk down to the park now. Oh, back at the park. They're still cutting wood over there somewhere. There's a Jeep with the kayak, which I'm probably not gonna use today. Anyway, let's have a seat down here by these chairs again, just relax for a bit. Well, they're going kayaking, but yeah, a little bit noisy, but we'll try to relax by the river here. Yeah, so it feels pretty good sitting here by the river. Nice breeze coming off. My face is probably all red. Yeah. I don't know what it is about. Sometimes that humidity just drains me. So, but yeah, I'm absolutely soaked in my shirt. I got a clean one in the Jeep, but yeah, definitely I'm not gonna go kayaking today. Although it looks nice out there. It's a bit of a distance right at the kayak too, and then I'll be exploring like in the woods and stuff too, looking for the canal. So I think I'd rather do it on a day where I'm kind of fresh and not wore out. Like I said, I was starting to feel a bit nauseous back there up on the road, in that hot open area. So I'm just kind of taking it easy. I'll feel better soon. Anyway, that's the way it is sometimes. I think it'll be it for this video, folks. We'll go kayaking another day. I have the kayak on the Jeep. Maybe I'll go kayaking in the morning at Blue Marsh. We'll see. I already have it up there, but we'll see. All right. Take care of yourselves, folks. Watch yourself on these hot, humid days. All right. Thanks for coming along. Hopefully we'll see you on the next one.